They made 3 points. The first point is that people are planning to demonstrate and they will demonstrate. Nigerians are always demonstrating and Nigerians have a right to demonstrate. So that's not an issue. That's normal everyday life. That a lot of Nigerians are dissatisfied and they express themselves as the Constitution and our laws allow them to do. The second point they are saying is that because Nigerians will demonstrate, that will lead to a declaration of a state of emergency. And that's where I lost it completely. A declaration of a state of emergency is done by the National Assembly and the President. So is the DSS telling Nigerians that the President and the National Assembly are plotting to prevent an elected president from assuming office? If that's their conclusion, then they shouldn't do a general statement to Nigerians. They should do a memo to the president and to the leadership of the National Assembly saying that we've discovered you, this is what you are trying to do, and we ask you to stop. And then the question of whether the courts will stop the swearing in of the president. We have a constitution based on the separation of powers. So you have the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive, and each one plays their role. Cases have been taken to court. The courts will process, they will adjudicate, they will take a decision. And whatever decision the courts take, we are bound to accept it. Well, that's my position, that if they have evidence that some people are plotting, then they should go ahead and do their work, which is to get those people who are plotting to cause trouble. But my real concern is that the scenarios they are creating are scenarios that could only be practiced out by the president and by the National Assembly. You know, Nigeria has suffered a lot from multiple forms of violence, from jihadism through to secessionism, militancy, banditry, kidnapping, and all that. But the fact of the matter is that over the last 1 year, the level of violence has been going down. The security agencies have been increasing their success in dealing with these harbingers of violence. In fact, the security services have just announced that over 50,000 Boko Haram militants have surrendered to the military over the past 1 year. The new planes, the Tucano aircraft they have had, has been very successful in finding out terrorists and bandits and dealing with them. Every day in the newspapers, we hear reports of successes by our security agencies. So the facts before us as Nigerians is that there is no imminent danger looming on the horizon. What is on the horizon is improvement in the security situation. And that's why I've had great difficulties understanding the message from the Department of State Security. What I will say is that the Electoral Commission has declared Ahmed Tinubu to be the winner of the presidential election. Some of the candidates that contested against him do not agree with that verdict, and they've gone to court. And the court is going to adjudicate on the matter. So, what we have to do as citizens of this country is, at this point, we accept the decision of the Electoral Commission. We go ahead, and once the time for swearing in comes in, of course he would be sworn in as the next president of the country, and President Buhari will retire to his farm in Daura. If eventually the courts declare otherwise at the level of the Supreme Court, then that becomes the new decision for the country. So it's really a question of allowing institutions play their role.
What the DSS is saying is essentially that some people are planning to wage a war against Nigeria. This move is undemocratic, it is illegal, it is unconstitutional. Section 1 of our constitution is very clear that no, Nigeria cannot be ruled, neither any part of Nigeria can be ruled other than through constitutional means. And the only means recognized by the Constitution is for people to win elections and to be duly inaugurated by the authorities stipulated by law. And therefore, it is unconstitutional. It is also criminal because what these individuals are planning is potentially what is called treason under our criminal laws, and it is punishable by death. It carries the death penalty, which shows that it is one of the most heinous crimes in Nigeria. Now, of course, the fact that this statement is coming from the DSS gives me hope, but also gives me concern. The concern is that the fact that the statement is coming from the DSS means that this is a very, very serious matter. It is a damn serious matter because we know that the DSS has never been reckless with statements like this. They are always serious, they are professional in what they are doing, and now that they are coming out with this statement, it shows that they do have hard evidence that some individuals are unfortunately planning to do something untoward, which will throw our country into chaos. Now, the positive side of the statement coming from the DSS is that since it came from them, it shows that the DSS and other security agencies are on top of the matter. And we know that the DSS has always been very good in gathering information and sharing it with authorities. And therefore, what we will call on security and law enforcement agents is to take this intel very seriously and to take all steps within the bounds of the law to rattle this illegal, unconstitutional, anti-Nigerian attempt.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.
My name is Aki Anabi. I'm a video director and TV producer of Akomolowe on African Magic. Keep watching Drivetv.
olólùfẹ́ Drivetv àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Fẹ́mi Sola ẹ máa wo Drivetv. Keep watching Drivetv.
My name is Wole Agba. Taking this time out to tell you all that you keep watching Drivetv. What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ ní ògo ẹ̀? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ fulfilment? What drive ẹ̀wọ̀ bí tó bá lọ? Ó ní iṣẹ́ rìn. Ibi ni kò máa wò Drivetv. Thank you. Chloe.
Drivetv, driving you around the world.